Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Lakeland Legends. This is Logan.
This is Michael.
And this is Todd, and we're going to try this again. If we are playing Dungeons and Dragons Edition, 2014. Uh, we also had a little technical difficulties just last week, where we were all under the weather, and we just had technical difficulties here. So we're going to start this over again. If you are just happen to be watching, what
What'd you say last time?
When Nurgle's Rock.
you go had Nurgle's rot
Yeah.
over the holiday, the spring break. Um, so what we are going to do is we're going to um, pick up where we left off. And do you guys remember where we left off?
We were in the castle below the mud. It seems to have sunken, or actually, it seems to have been transmuted. And we fled to the inside of the castle after discovering it because of the swarm of little mud elementals
Right.
flying around, and it just got too much, and we couldn't fight, so we had to fly.
And that was a good choice, right? Because there was way too many of them to fight. So what we did do is you guys went down a level and they were still trying to claw through the door, so you went down a second level and then you found a suitable place to take a short rest and recuperate. One of the hallways that you went through uh, was mud soaked at the end, so there was no going through there without digging. But you decided to check out your alternative passage, which is going down another level. And what would you like to do?
Well, we'd like to go down the level, I think,
So,
right?
yeah, so you go down the level. Um, you do take a look around. There's more food stores here than there were in the higher level, and less weapons and arrows and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But what you do find here is it's still, you're in this round room, pretty much round. Obviously, nothing's perfectly round in medieval times.
Yeah.
But you see this almost perfectly round room. There is a door going on the same way that you traveled um,
The other two times.
the other time. But this one, there's actually mud coming out of the door. Like the door is open and there's mud coming into the room. There is also another door that's maybe about 5 to 10, let's say 10 feet away on the curve. And that one, the door seems to be holding. It's a harder, a more solid door, but you can see that the mud is actually coming through the door, but the door seems to be holding. It is also barred. Um, and then there is one more door that does seem to be safe and intact.
Can you detect magic?
Sure, and it's not a ritual, so I can do it for free.
I'm just
Okay.
actually. I feel like couldn't you just have it constantly up? No, that'd be annoying. But never mind. I think you should cast it. We should try and see if there's maybe some sort of source that we could follow.
Okay. Let's do it.
So you cast detect magic. Um,
I don't need to make a roll, do
I'm gonna have you make an Arcana roll.
I? Arcana. Ooh.
I think you can see the school of magic that it is.
16.
So what you do see is there's a latent glow over everything. The walls of the building, the keep that you're in, the actual mud that's flowing through. Um, it's almost like everything is luminescent.
But is there a stronger source?
not from what you can see.
Okay. I think we should open the door.
You're thinking with your magical abilities that you feel like there's obviously something magical that happened here, but even with your knowledge and skills, you're like, it's something strange, even for magic. Even for the magic that you know, there's something just very strange about the whole thing.
Maybe there's a gem here. Like a gem that makes castles sink into mud and keeps them there. And we have to find it and destroy it.
Or why does it have to be castle specifically?
Well,
What if
because
we,
it sunk a castle, but it didn't sink the mud.
what if we take it with us?
Then you could sink every castle.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
what
then
if we
you.
find an enemy castle and we just sink it?
But then this. What if it doesn't unsink this one? Think
Is
about it.
anybody still alive in this castle other than us?
No, the
That's a good
mice.
question.
Are there mice?
Um,
No.
Or like roaches? For anything?
make a history check and see if you remember seeing anything running around.
History? Yo, +0. Yo, can I get,
I'll give you perception instead if that's better.
no.
You can use inspiration if you still have it.
I'm not using my inspiration
Can
for
I
a
tr-
7
can I
on my
try?
history check.
Sure.
If there's
You guys are
roaches.
thinking about it, talking about it.
Oh,
What'd you get?
what's
Did you
your
get a 9?
I got a 9.
I got a 7.
Well, between the two of you, you don't remember seeing any bugs or rodents flitting about,
But we don't remember not seeing any bugs.
but you just don't remember not seeing. You just can't seem to recall one way or the other if there
Can I
were.
look on the ground and see if there's any rodents or insects? Should I make a perception
Make a
check?
perception check. See if you can see anything
Can I
that
do?
would lead you in that direction.
Can I do it too?
Sure.
11.
Yeah. That one. Yo.
It's like the game wants us to have bad rolls because of the stupid stuff we're doing.
So you don't notice any bugs or rodents or anything of the such. What do you want to do now?
I'm gonna try and deceive him that there were rats and rodents. I have to make a deception against your insight.
You're gonna roll a 2. And of course I get a 16.
6.
And you say to him,
I was gonna say, don't you remember the rats, the rodents, they were eating the food?
Oh. What food?
The rations?
Oh. What rodents? I don't remember.
So, so
Can I
technically,
try and deceive him into thinking there were rodents?
so
I was trying to.
while you're sitting there arguing about whether there were rodents or not,
I
you
think
actually hear a strange sound. You hear a scratching. At the one door that you haven't checked yet.
let's open the door. See, there is something. I told you so. Now I'm gonna open the door and I'm gonna like point, like I'm gonna like gesture to it. See?
You're gonna open the door.
Yeah, and I'm gonna like gesture, like.
Roll initiative.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
What is this? Ooh.
21.
Yo. What does this creature look like?
You open the door and you see a dog,
Oh.
and he comes bounding into the room.
Oh. See, there is something living. It's a dog.
I'm not gonna fight
And-
the dog.
Wait. Is it a big dog?
It's a pretty big dog, and the dog jumps up on Grorc
Big dog.
Make an athletic check.
Oh!
Athletics check.
It's a big dog.
It's a big dog. You need to try to
13.
follow.
Flat fail.
13. So the dog jumps up on you, knocks you to the ground, and starts licking your face.
Dog.
It's a big dog.
Like, how big?
Like a Burmese mountain dog?
Oh,
It's a puppy.
No, it's not a puppy. It's a big dog.
it's a big dog.
It's like 100 and some pound dog.
The big puppy.
Oh no, he goes first.
What would you like to do?
He got
You see the dog jump on Grorc, knock him to the floor.
Start licking him.
Let's start
puppy.
licking his face, yes.
I want to pet the dog.
You can pet the dog.
Should I do an animal handling check?
Sure.
Okay, because that's what I'm gonna do.
15.
Oh, well, the dog likes you, and he comes over and rubs up against you.
Can I make a animal handling check
Sure.
to make sure the dog likes me?
Sure.
Oh, wait. 14.
Okay, he's okay with you too.
Yay! We got a dog. Oh yeah, do you sense any magic in this
Oh,
room?
yeah. Is the dog magic?
The dog is not magic.
Ah.
The
It's-
dog is a dog.
Is the room the dog came from magic? Is there anything special about the magic, I should say?
No, there's nothing special that you can see. There's obviously like I said, there's like a low latent like luminescence to your as you're looking at everything that's magical. Almost like you're surrounded by magic, but nothing specifically is magical. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So
It's,
the dog looks hungry.
You got any food?
You can give it some of the rations. Do you think the dog would want some bread?
Sure. I could give it ball bearings. If the dog is
I
not
don't
gonna
think
eat
the dog's going to eat ball bearings.
No, he's gonna use ball bearings.
Do you give him some rations?
Yes.
Okay, well the dog will gladly eat up your whatever food you give him. He'll also snuff around in the room here.
Oh wait, I can
And you
feed him
notice-
my green water.
It's not green anymore.
It's innocent. The infinity jug.
It's not green anymore.
Yeah, it was only green because of the
Oh,
amulet.
Right.
I still it's green on my sheet.
Oh, it's just regular water.
Oh,
That's water. Gonna give it some water.
And yours?
That's fine. That's his. Where'd it come from?
I don't know. It was in my pile.
okay. So now it's the not green infinity water jug.
Okay. So you find a little bit of a bowl and you put some water in for the dog too.
Yeah.
He'll lap that up.
It's not green anymore because it was only green because of the sickening
So
amulet.
the dog snuffles around. You obviously got the door open to the hallway. You can look down the hallway. It's about a 20-foot hallway. 20.
No, it's an amulet of no sickness.
About 25-foot hallway.
Okay.
That leads to a door. Like I said, there's nothing that you can really see in there. There's obviously some stuff just kind of strewn about. It does look like that everything that was once tidy in this place has all shifted. And remember that everything in this building is nothing's level. Everything's kind of slanted. So even though you're walking down a flat hallway, you're actually going in this direction when you're going down slightly.
Okay. I think we should continue forward.
Okay. So you walk through and you can see there's nothing here. It's just walls on either side. Like this is literally just a
room with a dog.
hallway with a door at the end.
Yeah.
So you're thinking, if you're realizing the layout of the castle, you're probably within the castle walls,
Yeah.
the border wall, the surrounding wall.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I thought.
I'm gonna tell Grorc that the dog is in a rodent.
But you said there was nothing living here.
What? I didn't. I said there were no rodents or insects living here.
No, you said there was nothing living here besides us. Can I make a history? Can you make a history check?
How about
Well,
we just move forward?
okay.
All right. So it's only about 5 feet wide, so you're gonna have to go single file.
Okay.
You
So-
first.
Yeah, I'm gonna go first.
The dog stays in the back.
The dog actually snuffles around and then heads up the steps.
Actually, yeah, we should have the dog lead.
What?
Because he can smell a lot better than I can. He can smell a lot better
Well,
than I can.
You're already in the front. Do you want him to jump on your head?
Were you just listening?
What?
I said the dog snuffles around the room and then heads up the steps.
Well, yeah, he goes first. That's what I'm saying.
Oh.
Goofy.
But you're not going up the stairs, you're going down the hallway.
Oh, wait.
We should probably follow the dog.
Yeah, we should follow him.
Okay, so
Wait.
you're gonna go follow the dog back upstairs.
No, wait, no.
Wait,
He wants to leave.
oh,
No, we should go down. We should go further in.
should we tell the dog that?
Yo, we can't tell it. Yo, do you speak dog?
Dog, get over here.
Are you gonna call the dog or what?
Sure. What are we gonna name him?
Dave.
Okay.
So you call the dog. Hey dog.
Dog.
And you hear a bark, and then you hear him come running back down the steps. And then he sits, wags his tail.
I'm gonna point. We go that way. And I point towards the door.
And he barks at you.
I'm gonna lead us to the door.
Does this dog understand common?
So the dog runs all the way to the door, and then runs all the way back to the room that you were just in.
So we open door.
Bark.
Go to the end and open the door.
Okay, you open the door. The dog runs past you into the room.
Is there anything special about this room?
Well, there's a dog in it.
Bruh, it's because the dog put in it.
Is there any mud seeping in?
So this is another hallway. You can see that there's just some spears laid out here. There's again, there's arrow slits in the walls, but they're higher up.
Should we equip the dog with a spear?
And then there's like arrow slots, but they're high up. And you're looking at them. It doesn't make sense because if somebody was standing there with a bow and arrow, like there's no way they're gonna shoot.
Maybe it was
that.
really tall people.
Maybe it was trying to attack a bat.
A bad? What?
There was a.
So
What if there was a bat in the room and they were trying to shoot at it?
there is a door across from you, and there's a door to your right hand side, which is ajar, and there's mud coming in through it.
I think we should investigate these slits. Wait,
And there is some
It's not a jar,
mud
it's a
coming
door.
through the slits as well.
why are they so hot? Can we investigate the room?
Sure, roll an investigation check.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna have to rely on you for this.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Nat 20.
Nat 20. So, in your military reasoning, through the whole thing, you realize that these are set up so that they can stick spears out, the arrow slits,
Spears.
so that if somebody's climbing the wall, they can jab somebody and bring them down.
That would make
Oh,
That's what
fighter
long
knowledge.
Fighter knowledge.
Just-
Long spears through slits to knock people off the walls.
Fighter knowledge.
Because you don't want arrow slits at. You're thinking you're probably at ground level in the castle at this point.
Yeah.
So if you put arrow slits there, somebody can walk up on the outside and shoot arrows on the inside.
Yeah.
Why would they have holes in the walls to help people climb up?
It's so they can jab spears into people. Yeah.
Oh, well, it's not really better to climb up if you're
Getting
missing
jabbed
a
with a
hand.
spear. Oh.
Right.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
So
So
there's one door
this one.
that you haven't investigated.
Yeah, let's go check that door. Yeah.
So you open the door,
Yeah, we opened the door.
and it's. Wait, Grorc's leading, right?
Yes.
So make a athletics check. Because you go to open the door and it doesn't budge.
Ooh.
Perfect. 21.
21.
I didn't get that.
Well, you crack that door open, you actually have to almost break it off its hinges to get it open. Which you do with not too much effort. Rolling a 21. You pull the door open.
We should have that.
A key?
Key?
Was it locked?
No, you think it was just stuck.
Ah.
So in there you see it looks like a small child sitting on the floor,
Is it the Rush Child?
balled up. And it's like when the door opens, you see him look up at you.
Oh no, wait, no scratching sounds. It's not the Rush Child.
And he's like, "Thank you, lords, thank you. Thank you for saving me."
Lords.
Hello?
"Thank you, lords, for saving me. You're here to save us, all right?"
Us?
Yes,
Us?
I'm hoping there's us. There were a lot of people here.
Oh.
Oh. I mean, we could try. We're in a little bit of a sticky situation, but maybe with the combined forces we could destroy the mud things.
So far, we found you and a dog.
Yeah, we found you and a dog.
You found a dog.
Yeah,
Yes.
What kind of dog?
a big dog.
A big dog. Was it Tiny?
Who's tiny?
Tiny's the dog. One of the dogs that runs in the yard.
I'm gonna call the dog. I'm gonna say, "Hey dog!
A dog.
Hey dog!"
So
That's my dog.
you hear a bark from way down the other hallway.
I think the dog's name is Tiny.
Oh, I thought it was Dave.
So you are here to save us, right? You're going to help us out of this castle.
Yes.
We're best of our abilities.
That's good. I got trapped in here. I couldn't open the door.
Man, we can. The door would.
I could help that.
You did. You opened one door. Can you open the other one?
Yeah.
Or is it unsafe to go?
I'm afraid to tell you, but this castle is underground now, if you couldn't tell.
What do you mean it's underground?
It's sunken in mud. Magic sunken in mud.
What do you mean it's sunken in mud?
That's
How could that happen to a castle? How does a castle sink into the mud?
well.
And he starts crying. How does a castle sink into the mud?
Hey, can I do?
Not
How can I console a child with? Can I get? What check should I make to console a child?
Intimidation check.
Intimidation. Can I get advantage because of Grorc's motherly instincts?
You could probably use either persuasion or
I could
deception,
do
depending on how you want
No,
to handle the situation.
I'm going to
Grorc fails horribly. I'm gonna help.
persuasion. I'm gonna do
You're gonna try to persuade him that everything's okay.
Yes.
Roll it.
Can I get advantage because of Grorc's motherly instincts?
Sure.
Oh, hold up. Yeah, that didn't help. I got a 10. Uh-oh.
And you're like, what do you say to the boy?
I say,
I got an 18.
no, you
Hold on, let
have
him
no
finish.
motherly instincts.
But
I'm gonna say,
plus.
there's no need to cry. You've got Grorc here. Grorc could help you. But,
And the child starts crying more.
wait, the dog! Hey, dog!
Hey, dog.
Hey, dog, come here! I'm gonna call the dog as a backup.
Okay. And what
Because-
do you say?
Because what
I
child
say-
doesn't
Well-
like dogs?
I say, everything's alright. We assure you that everybody's likely still.
Likely! Yeah, we should try harder for that.
Likely.
Well, he passed his check, so
Yeah, I got an 18.
Yo.
oh. He starts crying some more.
What? Wait, what about the dog? Does the dog get here?
So you call the dog, and the dog comes in, and the child seems happy to see the dog, but is
Hey,
still
dog.
crying. And the dog comes up to him and licks his face, and he kind of hugs the dog and sits there and sobs into the dog.
See, motherly instincts.
You did worse thing.
But, but see, I know children like dogs.
Everybody's likely still.
Everybody's likely alive. Yo, I would. Yo. See, you.
I should not have.
I mean, at least I tried to convince him that, you've got Big Grorc to protect you.
I don't think he
Right.
wants Grorc to protect him.
Probably would have been better, though.
Well, yeah, it would have been better than you're likely gonna live. Oh,
I didn't say he's likely to live. I said his parents are likely to be alive.
hey, yo, you are not.
Okay.
I'm not making any promises.
So the only thing left in this hallway is you and the child and the dog.
Still
let's
don't know.
let's go through the next door.
Right. So there is a door at the end of the hallway, and of course this one is jammed shut as well.
I made a child.
Make a
cry
perception
this
check.
episode.
Perception?
Yeah, both can make a perception check.
6.
21. I got a nat 20.
Well, you do notice that probably the reason for the doors being stuck is that the floor is kind of uneven.
Hmm.
So not only is everything listed, but all the floor work is kind of uneven.
Hmm. So, break open the door. Yeah, let me try and shove open this door. Yo, these dice are not good today.
If you don't do it, I'll
Go.
Eldritch Blast the door.
16. Athletics, right?
Yep.
Okay,
Okay.
16.
So you bang the door open, and you are open it up to a 20 by 20 room again.
Ooh, circular.
No, this one's square.
Are there people?
There are no people.
If there's okay, good. If there's an orphanage of crying kids.
I am not being
You
Father
do
of
notice
this
there
episode.
is two unalive people.
Oh.
Look like probably guards in the castle. One has a big stone that came loose out of the ceiling or out of the wall.
Oh.
Probably
Hey,
he lost
kid!
his head over. Let's put it that way.
Hey, kid. I would you stay back a little bit.
Another one just looks like he
I'm gonna go.
may have tripped over a spear or sword or something and lacerated himself.
I'm gonna go back to the room with the kid. I'm gonna say, "Hey, kid. I want you to stay in this room." Okay, hold on. Should we keep the cleric here? Because he followed us in.
Yes, he's here too.
Should we keep the cleric here, or should we keep you here?
I can stay.
Well, Eldela says, why don't we take him and the dog back up to the room where we rested?
Yeah, how about,
'Cause
yeah.
at least there's it's food and
I don't want the kid to, like, get, like, traumatized from the dead people.
from the people that are likely alive here.
They're
Yeah,
not-
the people likely alive.
I'm gonna be sad if he's the only alive person here.
Yo, if he's likely, just no. Okay, yeah, let's take them back to the rest room and let's continue on. And,
Did he need to potty? You take
oh,
the
rest.
restroom.
Bro, the room we rested in.
Okay.
And we're gonna keep the dog there to keep the kid company.
Yeah. Eldela says,
No.
I'll take him back if you want to travel on and I'll
Okay.
catch up. There's
Yeah.
obviously nothing here dangerous between you and me at this point.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to send someone to stay with the child. Just in case the mud does come in, we at least have a fighting force.
Let's hope he doesn't turn into the Rust Child.
Yo, he's not. You don't turn into the Rust Child.
The Rust Child turns
Uncultured.
into you.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Rust Child turns into you.
Yeah, what if he's the Rust Child hidden as a regular child?
Can I see a player's handbook?
Yes. Well,
The
was there anything rusty in the room?
He says, I'm
What's
going to
that?
take a few moments when she looks at the effect there, and I will tend to any injuries the child has.
Ignore the weapons. Don't touch them.
I'll take care of that. So you guys want to travel on?
Yeah.
I'm
Walk the
telling the
Wanderers back?
child to not touch them.
Yeah, I got that.
Yeah. Oh, I
You
was
see him
instructing
coming
the
back, swinging a
dog.
flail around.
Oh, I thought you were instructing the dog.
I the dog too.
The dog comes back swinging a flail. Whoa.
Whoa.
Whoa. Whoa.
The dog has a flail in its mouth.
No, it has it in its hands.
Actually, before I go, everybody come to me.
Okay.
All right. So he's going to cast a spell. He's going to cast Aid on everybody. And what that does is, including the child, and he says, I've just cast a spell on all of you. It will increase your health and keep you safe.
So what does it do?
What it actually does is each target's hit points maximum and current hit points increase by 5 for the duration, which is 8 hours.
That's not bad. So
It's not great, but it's hey,
5 is. So I'm at 94. Technically.
so he does that. That'll, bulk up the child just in case something.
Oh yeah, because the child probably has 2 health.
Right.
I'm at 62. I just put a +5 in the maximum, but like lightly.
Right. So you can take those. Right. You can basically take those as your first hits. And
I have temporary hit points too.
oh, do you? Okay.
I have 13.
Nice.
Yeah, I didn't take any damage ever since I killed those goblin-looking things.
Right. That's true. All right, so when you the point that you're at, there is only a door on your right hand side, and then there's of course a staircase going up from where you're at.
Let's go to the door on the right hand side.
So you go to the door, and again, this one seems to be stuck.
Open it.
Athletic check. Yeah, that passes. 25.
So you open the door with a little
Wow.
bit of struggling, and you basically open it to a wall of mud
Aw.
Yeah, let's close
and
it.
dirt.
Let's go up the stairs.
There's a small area where you're at, but there's really nowhere to go. If you
Where are the other people?
where are
I hope we find that child's parent, or else I'm gonna have to give out the grim news.
Yo, you're the one who said likely.
all right, so you go up the stairs here,
I wasn't trying to make any promises.
and again, you're moving up to a 20 by 20 room.
Yeah.
It is square. There is steps leading up again. There is obviously a hallway going back. The door is open, and it is about halfway full with mud. About halfway down. If you were going back the way you came.
Yeah.
Okay. Like I said, the door is already open. There's no mud flowing in. Well, there's mud flowing in through arrow slits going on your, what would be the right-hand side. There's like 4 or 5 arrow slits. You're assuming down the entire hallway. But it came in pretty hard towards the middle. You do notice in the mud itself, you see a boot, a boot hanging out of the mud.
Can I try and pull on it?
Sure.
See if I can pull a person out.
I hope the boot doesn't come off.
Oh! Nat 20, 28.
So-
Athletics, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you grab the guy by the leg and start pulling, and you pull him out of the mud, and unfortunately, he has already passed.
Ew,
Yeah.
icky!
It's been more than 2 minutes.
Yeah. But he does look like he's a guard. You even notice, like, once you pull him out, there's like the end of like a halberd.
Yo, these poor
Oh.
guards. We need to find more living people.
I hope we don't find like 15 children.
Yo, I hope we don't find 15 dead children. Yo, that would be worse.
So, of course, like I said, the only way to really go from there is up. Back in the square room.
Okay, let's go.
Once you retrieve that body, it does look like there was a soldier. There might have been somebody well, you're assuming from the direction that it looked like that guy was heading who was leaving this room to go somewhere else and get clobbered by mud.
Yeah. Ugh.
All right. So you're gonna head up to the next level?
Yeah.
Okay. So you start heading up to the next level, and of course, once you get to the top, there's a
Trapdoor.
yeah, there's a trapdoor. How'd you know?
Because that's how we
Because we were
entered.
at the top.
No. There is a trapdoor going. Well, once you get into this room, there's a trapdoor going to the roof.
Obviously, it's already sunken.
Yeah. You're suspecting that is probably the only thing holding the mud from coming into that room. Is that trapdoor.
Yeah.
There is a door when you get to the top across the room. actually 2 doors on the same wall.
Do they have mud on
Like
them?
here and here. No, it doesn't seem to be.
I'm gonna try and open.
And there is one door on your right hand side again, which again is like the direction from where you came from.
Yeah.
But there is mud trying to push through that door.
Let's go with the two. I'm gonna go with the left door on the
And you're
wall.
going to hear a lot of mud in this episode.
Let's go on the wall with the 2 doors. I want to open the left one.
Let's
So
hope.
you go to the left one and it opens easily.
Oh, what's in? What's through it?
And when you open the door, there are 3 guys there.
Are they alive?
All with, they look almost like, well, they look like guards.
Is
but
this room?
They're lightly armored.
Does it seem to be connected to the other door?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you look over, there's another door. Which you notice that the other door they went through and they were putting stuff in front of and stuff like that to block it, or barricade it.
But this one, I just forgot it.
They didn't get to this.
Oh.
Oh.
Or they were using this one to move around.
So this might have been a.
But there is 3 guys here. They all have bow and arrows, light weapons.
Hello.
They're like, oh my god, somebody else is alive in here.
Yeah. Well, actually, we aren't from here.
Yes.
How did you find us?
Well, we were
were-
told that this castle sunk.
Yeah,
And then
some
we found it sunk.
Some old lady told with a dog told
That's
us
what
that there was a castle over here and now it's gone.
You do notice as you're talking to these guys that there's huge iron bars going up through the middle of the room. And you realize that this is probably where the portcullis is raised to.
What? The what now?
The portcullis. You know, when you walk up to a castle, there's the big door grate that drops down.
Yeah.
The iron bars that drop down.
Yeah.
This is probably the room that, when it's raised,
It goes.
yeah. And you do notice when you're in here, there is some primitive, like, brakes on them, like stops on it. And there's also a ladder going up, and the guys are like, sorry, lost my train of thought. The guys are like, look, we've been trapped in here. There's only so far to go. Something really strange happened here. Like, we were on top of the world, literally, and now we are just covered in mud.
You have sunk.
How can a castle sink?
That's what the last person asked.
There's somebody else?
There's a child.
What child?
One with a dog, or who liked a dog big time.
There's a child here?
Yes.
This is just an outpost. I don't know of any children that are here.
Oh. Well, there's a child here.
Oh, I don't trust children.
Okay. I mean, it's possible. There was an envoy that came in not too long before this happened.
The castle has sunken into the mud. Like, yeah.
So wait, we're underground?
Yes.
Correct.
How did a
Correct.
castle sink underground?
That's what I'm asking.
It seems to be some sort of magic.
Yeah, I checked and there's like magic everywhere.
Infested with magic.
We don't like magic here.
Well,
Nick, did you like piss off a wizard or something?
I didn't.
Well,
But I'm just a guard.
well, did the castle piss off a wizard or something?
Again, I don't really know. I don't deal with a lot of the dealings inside the castle. I mean, we don't even have a captain of the guard here. We just were. I mean, we're essentially engineers with bows.
Oh.
Like, if we're attacked, been attacked in a very long time. If we are attacked by something, we put the geek down and shoot arrows.
Mm.
That's what we do.
Yeah.
What about the spearman?
Well, spearmen.
There were spears and
Or spears and people with spears and glaives and halberds.
Well, yes, there's other guards, but
Oh.
none of them are here.
Oh, your division.
Us three guys split the shifts. We are we work the gate. Essentially, that's our job. We lift the gate when they say lift the gate. We lower the gate when they say lower the gate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're essentially glorified gate guys. We just have bows and arrows in case something does try to attack us. And so we have some thing to do.
Yeah.
I mean, we have daggers. We don't even have swords.
You don't have swords. Ooh. No, I don't have swords.
If I may ask,
I have a great sword in the mall.
if I may ask, how comes you don't like magic? Yeah.
Bunch of crap.
Oh, this magic's strange and weird.
I have a. I could
We don't
give.
have a particular disdain for magic.
I
I don't believe the Lord likes magic at all.
I don't need to
He's
use,
very magical.
I don't need to use magic unless I'm
Mm.
attacked.
Yeah, Eldritch Blast.
I said unless I'm attacked.
Well, he says, I mean, we've been trying to keep track of time. It's hard being underground. So I don't know how long we've been here. Luckily, we have some food. And to be honest, we made beds up in the mechanism room.
Mm.
So we've been sleeping there and coming down here to hang out. Just so we don't have to, you don't want to get hurt on the mechanisms.
Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. Well, we've been trying to search for. Do you know where some other people could be? I mean, we found a few dead guards, but
Well, I mean, to be honest, we wandered as far as we could. Um, we, you, as he's saying this, you notice that they kind of push stuff in front of the doors. And they're like, we don't want the mud to come into here, so we haven't wandered too far. I don't know how to get out of here. Every road that we've taken, we've come to a dead end. We can't get the doors open.
We have found a decent path.
So you can get us out of here.
Yes.
well, we want to check some other doors.
We can go out the way you guys came in.
Yes,
Notice
but
the one guy bolts. He's like, I'm out of here!
hold up. There's creatures at the top, like outside of the trap door that leads to the roof.
What kind of creatures?
Little mud flying goblin things. But there's a lot of them.
Yeah, they're like mud. They're small
But
with long noses.
I mean,
Yeah, they're made of mud.
correct.
That's weird.
They're way.
Well, I take the path that we
Sounds
came.
like some evil magic.
take the path that we came from, but when you see, but we should have a friend. We should have a cleric, a child, and a dog over there.
Okay.
They should be able to keep you safe. Well, more the cleric than the child and the dog, but
Okay.
the cleric's a friend of ours.
Okay. That seems like a good idea.
You seem
We're gonna.
decently armored yourselves.
Well, I mean, they don't really have armor on. They just have
Said they're lightly armored.
right. They have like leather
Yeah,
leather vests and leather jackets. Not even really leather armor, just like leather patchworks. Because they're engineers mostly.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we should go to.
Blacksmiths and
Well, we should. Isn't that one door that seemed? Because what? Let's go back out.
so you're gonna have them go
Yeah.
back? Are you gonna escort them or do you wanna just check this room out?
Let's check the road.
Okay, so as I said before, this is a longer room. This is about 40 foot long.
Mhm.
There's obviously 20 feet in the middle, lengthwise, that is fenced off. Or, I'm sorry, has railings where the portcullis goes down so that nobody falls through. You can look down, and there's, of course, the portcullis is up, and then you can actually see like a push of like a wave of mud underneath it. Um, so obviously, like the part of the castle where the castle gates are, that comes up into a doorway, and then the portcullis is up there. And then, like I said, like there's a wash of mud from the outside in. Like you can tell that it's like sloped down and then goes back up, depending on where you're looking.
Yeah.
So you could go down there, but you're questioning to yourself whether if you did go down there, if you could get back up.
Wait, didn't our cleric friend say he'd come back to us?
Yeah, he's coming back to you, but hasn't made it back yet.
Oh.
Oh.
We probably left an obvious direction on where we went.
Well, yeah. There's open
Right.
doors.
So the rest of the room, there is a ladder going upstairs, like I said before, and the guard said, you know, that's where the mechanism is to put the gate up and down. And their beds. Another, and then of course there's the door that you came in, and then there's two doors on the opposite wall.
Yeah. Um. Wait. So there's the two doors we came through.
There's two.
Is it? There's one that like is.
There's two doors that go back into the room that you came in, and on the opposite side of the wall, there's two doors over there.
Let's open the two doors over.
Wait, let's check if there's mud.
Well, we need to open it to check if there's mud first.
Well, there was, like I said, there was. They did have that side. They did have that side clear. They put stuff up against it because there was nowhere to go,
Mm-hmm.
and they didn't want they basically reinforced the door in case it filled with mud. So you move the stuff away from which door, the left or the right?
Right.
Okay. So you push the stuff away from the door, you open the door, and there is mud coming through the door on the right side, and it's kind of spewed across the ground.
Oh, I'm gonna try and close it.
But the rest of the room is clear at this point.
Just through the left.
And there is a staircase heading down.
It's not spawning anything, is it?
No, you haven't seen any of the creatures.
Is it a double door?
No.
No,
Let's head down.
it's two separate doors.
Oh,
Let's head down.
yeah, let's head down.
Okay. So you head down into the next room, and there's another 20 by 20 room. It looks very similar to the one that was on the other side. It does have arrow slits. There's, of course, arrows. There's also uh, um, there is also a another guard that is no longer alive. Um, but roll a perception check.
15. 4.
Well, Grorc notices that as he walks over the guy, and he's just to see what was wrong with him. You notice he's got slashes here along his neck.
Some sort of beast.
And they
I think
look
it's a dog.
they look almost like infected.
Well, it's been sitting in mud. Let's try and go further.
All right. So the only direction you can go down is down the stairs again. And that leads you to a room of similar size. Of course, there's no guards in here. There is a doorway that leads back probably to the underneath the gate on the business side of the gate, not the outside of the gate. There's a door there, but you can see that the mud is just coming through the door. And that, of course, like I said, all the ones that I said where it looks like it's coming through the door, most of them do look like they're big reinforced doors. Like they're obviously meant to protect
Yeah.
in an assault. Where the ones for the hallways are not as built up. So you do get to that. There is a door going down what you would think through the wall again.
Yeah.
But the one going to the outside, you can clearly tell that it is just completely packed it with mud.
Yeah. Well,
Okay. So here there's nobody here, nothing that you see. And there's a doorway going into that hallway. The door looks okay. What do you want to do?
let's. Uh,
Do you want to try the door?
yeah, sure. Sure.
Okay. So you try to open the door. Well, an athletics check. This one seems to be stuck as well.
What do we want?
Okay. Well, you easily open the door again. And in the hallway,
What?
you notice.
What'd she get?
What?
I got a 6. I checked for some reason.
Oh. So you open the door and you notice something very strange.
What?
In this room, there's a small child.
Hello.
Hello?
Hello, good sirs. Can you save us?
Who's us?
All the people in the castle? Can you save all the people?
Oh,
We could try.
that's our plan.
I've been stuck in this hallway for a long time.
Say likely.
Can you save us?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, we can.
We've already found some people.
You found people?
Yeah, we
What
found
did you find?
3 guards, another child, and a dog.
You found a dog?
Yeah.
I like dogs. Can you get me out of here?
Yes.
Yes. I think we should escort the kid back.
Probably not a bad idea.
Yeah, we escort the kid back. And then we return.
Okay.
Oh,
So you're gonna escort the kid back to the room where you rested?
correct.
Yeah. Not the restroom.
Not the restrooms. That's a different part of the castle.
Actually, I don't. I have a feeling that wasn't a part of the castle.
The restroom.
Yeah.
You don't think they had a restroom? Okay. So you escort the second child, back to the room where you originally rested. And you do notice you get to a certain point and you're walking down one of the hallways just about back to where you are, and you can hear you can just feel like the castle kind of rumble.
Oh.
But it only does it for a few seconds.
Let's hope that the
Trapdoor is still open.
or well, we closed it, but let's hope that it when we open it, it doesn't rain mud on us.
Right.
That's what it is saying.
You hope so.
Anything else?
Okay, so you get back to the room where you rested, and of course you find the three guys and the two kids and the dog and the cleric.
The cleric.
It's a cleric back.
Because escort
Because
the
he was
people back.
right. He was playing escort duty.
Oh.
He tells you, "Well, I got the kid situated and got him some food and got some water and some of the supplies, and I got everything settled, created a makeshift bed for the kid, and I started walking back, and three guards were there, so I escorted them back to the room, and then I made sure that they were nice and settled and doing their thing, and then he was just about to come and get you guys again when you showed up.
Yeah, there was a kid.
There's another kid.
You found it in
Oh.
child.
Oh yeah, wait, the kid had to witness all the murder and death.
And he's like, the one kid's like, Jerry, I missed you.
Jerry!
Is it the other
Is
child?
that the dog's name?
Is it the
No,
dog?
that's the child's name. The
Oh.
one that you just found.
Child we just found. His name's Jerry. Okay.
Yes, Jerry.
What about the other one?
Where's mom and dad?
Uh-oh.
Are they brother or siblings?
Is
They
the other
could
one
be.
named Tom? Ben.
Ben.
Wow, Ben and Jerry.
So I think we're at a place to stop since you're at a room where you can rest. I think we'll take our break today.
Yeah.
How do you feel about resting here?
Good.
Good. You got a little bit of exploration.
Yeah, I didn't
Crowded.
I didn't expect to make a child cry this.
No.
Bro, you
But
made
you
it
succeeded.
worse. Oh.
Achievement unlocked.
They're likely not dead.
I started it and then I tried to fix it.
All right. So for today, we're going to end here. What do you guys think?
Well, we think you should like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And maybe even drop a comment if you want.
And if you think you know where this is going, leave a comment. Let us know. 'Cause I don't think these two do.
I don't know.
I have a feeling we're either gonna be trapped
Are our heroes going to be trapped in this castle forever?
or we're gonna
Good
find more
question.
people.
I think one of the kids are evil. Not the Rust child.
The Rust Child.
The Rust child is pure evil. I just said evil.
Right. So
Why do you think the
Thursdays
children of all
on
people
YouTube,
are
check us
evil?
out. And of course, we're on here on Sunday mornings, probably about 11 sometime. We try.
Yeah.
We tried to
So-
be at 10.
We try. Keyword.
10 doesn't happen. So anyway, we want to thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week.